Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called Locke and Key by Terrier Darts. And here are the rules. Short rules. Okay, he explains them all too. Short rules are normal Sudoku rules apply, standard German whisper, standard killer cage, standard black and white Kropke dots. There is no negative constraint. And let's get to the long rules so we can explain them. We have normal rule Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits 1 through 9 exactly once in each row, column, and 3 by 3 box. We have standard German whisper lines, where digits in cells connected by a green German whisper line must differ by at least 5. The line itself has no restriction on repeating digits except as implied by the whisper condition and normal Sudoku rules. And I will be calling them whisper 5 lines. A setter came up with that designation, and I thought it made a lot of sense because it's very easily extendable. So know that when I'm talking about a whisper 5 line, it's the same thing as a German whisper line. So for example, as an example, say this was a 3. Well, actually, let's not make that a 3. Let's make this a 3. If this were a 3, this digit would have to be 8 or 9 because those are the only digits which are 5 or more away from 3. And that's an example of how whisper 5 / German whisper lines work. We also have standard killer cages, where digits within a cage must sum to the number shown in the corner of the cage, and digits may not repeat within a cage regardless of whether they share a row, column, or box. I don't know why that second part needs to be put there. That's kind of interesting. Because obviously they can't repeat if they do share a row, column, or box. But it just should be, I think, in my opinion, it should just be digits may not repeat within a cage. That should be simple enough for people to understand. But that's just me. Anyways, as an example, you could have, if this is an 8, this would have to be 5, because these two digits must add up to 13, because there's a 13 in the corner of this cage. And that's an example of how killer cages work. And then we have standard black and white dots. There are no negative constraints. A black dot between two orthogonally adjacent cells indicates that one digit is exactly double the other. And a white dot between two orthogonally adjacent cells indicates that the two digits are consecutive. That is, their difference is exactly 1. There is no negative constraint applies, which means cells without a dot between them are not restricted and may still be consecutive or in a 1:2 ratio. That's a really good way of putting that negative constraint. I like that. Anyways, as an example, if this were an 8, this would have to be a 4 because the black dot in between them signifies that one must be double the other, or they must be in a 1:2 ratio, which 8 is double of 4. As an example of the white dots, or the white Kropke dots as they're otherwise known, if this were a 6, this would have to be 5 or 7 to be consecutive with that digit. And those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay, so let's look at this central box. 5 can never be on a whisper 5 line, because if you subtract 5 or more from 5, you get 0 or less, which is not a normal Sudoku digit. If you add 5 or more to 5, you get 10 or more, which is not a digit. So therefore, 5 cannot be any of these digits. 5 has to be here. Also, one thing about whisper 5 lines is I like to basically... Whisper 5 lines will always alternate between low digits, which are 1 through 4, and the high digits, which are 6 through 9. And how do you know that? Well, what digits can be next to a low digit? 1 can be next to 6 through 9, 2 can be next to 7 through 9, 3 can be next to 8 or 9, and 4 can only be next to 9, all of which are high digits. And it works the same way for 6 through 9. 6 can be next to 1, which is low, 7 can be next to 1 or 2, 8 can be next to 1 through 3, and 9 can be next to 1 through 4, all of which are low. So next to a low digit must be a high digit, next to a high digit must be a low digit. So you can start coloring random colors, and that will be valid. And you can alternate colors, essentially, on a Whisper 5 line. And you don't know which set is which, but it helps you sort of restrict things about where things could be. So we're going to choose orange and green. This will be orange, which makes that green, which makes all of these orange. That makes all of these green, which makes these orange, these green. Therefore, all of these are orange. That makes these green. These then have to be orange. Therefore, these are green. That makes this orange. So, in this central box, we have 3 oranges and 2 greens. Well, if we try to have a green here, that would force 2 more oranges here, but then we'd have 5 oranges in the box, and we only have 4 digits in each set. So this cannot be green, it has to be orange, which forces both of these to be green. Okay. What does that tell us? I'm not really sure. This has 3 oranges here. To add up to 19, we have 8 is a high. The remaining 2 digits must add up to 19 minus 8, which is 11. 11 must either be 2938, 47, or 56. You're guaranteed a high digit in one of those digits, right? 29, 38, 47, and 56. It obviously can't be 38 because of the 8 in the box, but you're guaranteed a 6, 7, or 9 in one of these 2 cells. Well, if oranges were the high, we'd have 5 high digits in this upper central box. So therefore, oranges cannot be high because one of these is high. We have another high here. We'd have 3 more highs here, and that would be too many highs. So orange must be low, and green must be high. Well, because of that, this digit is next to 3 low digits on a Whisper 5 line, and the only 2 digits which are high, which can be next to the 2 low digits, are 8 and 9. But we already have the 8 in the box, so this must be a 9 here. That means to add up to 19, you can't have 2, 9, you can't have 3, 8. It has to be 4, 7, or 5, 6 here. But we're not sure which is which. These are all high digits here. These must be in a 1. Okay, so 2 digits adding up to 13. It's either 4, 9, 5, 8, or 6, 7. This cannot be 5 or 9 because of 5 or 9 in the column. Actually, it can't be 5, 9, or 7 because 5, 9, and 7 can never be next to a black Kropke dot. 5, 7, and 9, what could it be, right? So if you have 5, 7, and 9 next to a black Kropke dot, they have to be either double of a digit, or if you double them, you have another digit. Well, 5, 7, 9 halved give you 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, which aren't digits. And if you double 5, 7, 9, you get 10, 14, or 18, which are not digits. So therefore, that cannot be 5, 7, or 9. This 5 here eliminates 5 here, so this can't be 5. This is 6. This can't be 6 then, to add up to 11. So this is 4, 5, 7, or 4, 6, 7 here. This 4, 6, 8 means this can't be 4, 6, 8 here. It's 5, 7, or 9. This is a high digit. Interesting. At least one of these two digits is a low, right? Because if one of these two digits is a low, say it wasn't, what could be double of another digit if both of them are high? None, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4 can be doubled. And that corresponds to 2, 4, 6, 8. So one of these is guaranteed to be low. So therefore, we have 4 lows already in column 5. So this cannot be low. It must be high. So this is 6 or 7, which means this can't be 6 or 7. It's 4 or 5 there. Where is 8 in column 6 or column 5? It must be one of these 3 digits. Okay, that doesn't help very much. These 2 digits are in a 1 to 2 ratio. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. Obviously, this can't be 1 because 1 with can only add up to 19 with 8 or 9. So this must be a high-low combination because we have 3 lows and 3 highs already in column 5. Well, to have a high-low combination, it's either 3, 6 or 4, 8. So either this is 4, 8 as a pair, or you have 3 here with 6. But if this is 3 and this is 6, the problem is this would have to be 6, 7 to add up to 13. But 3 needs the other 2 digits to add up to 16, because 19 minus 3 is 16, and that would require also a 7, with 7 and 9 being there. Therefore, this cannot be 3, 6. It has to be a 4, 8 pair here. So this is a 4, 8 pair, which eliminates 4 and 8 in the rest of the column. So this is 1, 2, 3. This has to be 6 or 7 here. It cannot be 6 because 6 cannot be next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line. So this is 7, which must be next to 1 and 2, guaranteed, on a Whisper 5 line if it's next to 2 unique digits. So this eliminates 7 here. This can't be 2, cannot be 4 or 8. This has to be 3 or 6 here, which means this must be 3 or 6 here to be in a 1 to 2 ratio. Again, this can't be, well, it couldn't be 1, 2 because of the 1, 2 pair, but it couldn't be 1 anyways to add up to 19. Okay. 3 cannot be with 7 and 9 here. So 7 eliminates 7 here, so this is 6 and 5, adding up to 19. 5 is only consecutive with 4 and 6. This can't be 6, so this is 4. So this is a low. 4 and 8 are here. If this were 3, it would have to be 7 and 9 with it, so this can't be 3. This is 6, which makes this 3, which means this is a low. This is high. 5 here eliminates 5 here, so this is 9 and 4. 4 is in 1, 2 ratio with 8. So we have 6, 8, and that's 5, therefore. So this is a high. That leaves this as a 3 here, and is low. That means we have 4 lows in column 4. This can't be low, it's high, which means we have 4 highs in this upper central box. So this must be low. 5 is consecutive with 4 and 6, but 6 in the row eliminates 6 as a possibility, so this must be low, and is 4. We have 4 lows in column 7, so the rest cannot be low. They're high or 5. 9 is a high. 5 is medium. 4 is low, 8 is high. Okay. These could be 6. So you could have 6, 8, and 9 here. 6, 8, and 9. Remaining digits in column that are low in column 7 are 1 and 2. Okay. One of these two is a 4. And it must be with a 9, so one of these two was a 9. Okay. Remaining, this digit is a 7 remaining. So that means the remaining digits that are high in column 4 is 6 and 9. That leaves this as 7 and 8 here. Okay, these are next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line, so they cannot be 4. Therefore, where's 4? 4 has to be here, which means this can't be 4. Where's 4 in the central box then? It must be here. So this is 4, which forces that to be 9. So this cannot be 9 here. This can't be 9 here, but it could be 6, 7, or 8. This is 1, 2, or 3. We have 1, 2, or 3 here, 1, 2, or 3 here. This digit, well, could be 3. Never mind. This is next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line. Same here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is next to 2 unique digits, so it's 7 or 8. Okay, so this has to have 2 highs and 2 lows here. Same with this. Same with this. Remaining digits of... This is 4, that's 4. Does that help any? I don't really know. Remaining digits of row 9 are 1, 2, 7, 9. Does that help? I don't really know. Remaining digits of row 7 are 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. And these can't be 3 here. And these can't be 4 here. Interesting. These digits are consecutive. But does that tell us anything? Oh, this has a 9 here, so this cannot be 9. Well, what digits can sum up to 19 without a 9? I think it's only 5, 6, 8. Right? 8, 7, 4. 5, 6, 8, or 8, 7, 4. Okay. So this is 5, 6, 8, or 8, 7, 4. Either way, 8 is guaranteed to be here. So remaining digits in the box are... It cannot be 1 and 2 to be consecutive here. Can't be 2, 3. Could be 3, 4. This can't be 4 because of 4 in the row. Could be 3, 4. So this would have to be 4 if that's the case, and that's 3 because 4 can't be here. Cannot be 4, 5 because one of the 4 or 5s is used here. Could be 5, 6. Cannot be 6, 7 because one of these 6, 7s used there. Guaranteed. So it's either 4, 7, 8 or 5, 6, 8. adding up to 19. And it cannot contain 8 because 8 is here. So this can't be 7, 8, cannot be 8, 9. So in this box, we are guaranteed, if this is 5, 6, this has to be 3, 4. So we're guaranteed a 4 cannot be in this cell. Obviously, this can't be 5 either. So if this is 5, 6, 8, this is 3, 4. If this is not 5, 6, 8, it's 4, 7, 8, and this must be 5, 6. So, okay. If this is 5, 6, 8, this is 3, 4, this is 1, 2, and this must be 7. If this is 4, 7, 8, this must be 5, 6. And we have 1, 2, or 3 here. Interesting. So those are the possibilities there. Either way, this cannot be 8 here. Can this ever be 3? 3 again has to be with 7 and 9, so no, this can't be 3. Therefore, this is high or 5 here. Where is 3 in row 7? Can't be here, can't be here because 3 is in the rows, and this can't be 3 because of 3, 7, 9. This is high, so this must be 3 here. So this is 3 and is low. We have 3 and 4 here. These must be 2 lows here in this set of 4 unique digits on a Whisper 5 line. So this cannot be low. It must be high or 5. Well, without a low digit, what digits can add up to 19? I think it's only 5, 6, 8. Yes, it's only 5, 6, 8. So this cannot be 9. This is 5, 6, 8. This must be 1, 2, 7, 9 as a quadruplet. So this is 5, 6, and 8 here. What else? We are guaranteed a low here. That means 4 and 9. 9 has to be one of these 3 because there's no 9 here. And 4 has to be one of these 2. So this must be 4. This must contain a 4 or a 9. This cannot be 9 here because of the 9 in the box. So this is guaranteed to be 7, so this can't be 7 here. This can't be 9 here. I guess we kind of already knew that. Okay, so 7 is here. This is 7 with 1 or 2. This has to have 2 lows, and we have a 4 guaranteed here. So it cannot be 2, 8, 9 here. It cannot be 4 here, because if that's... Well, it could be 4, 6, 9. I think either way, 9 has to be in this cage, right? This cannot contain 1, 2, or 3. This either has a 9 or 4 or both. So it could be 4, 6, 9. Can it have a 9 without a 4? No. Without a 4 or lower, I should say. And the answer is no, because then it would have to be 9, 5, 5 to add up to 19, and we can't have a duplicate. So it has to be 4, 9, and 6. So this is 4, 9, and 6, which means this is not pink. This is high, this is low. This cannot be 4 or 9. And it can't be 6. So where is the 6 in row 7? It must be one of these 2. So this cannot be 6 here. This is 1, 2, and 5 cannot be here because 5 can't be on a Whisper 5 line. So this must be 5 here, which means this can't be 5. This becomes a 6, 8 pair. This is not pink, which means this is both red, which means this can't be red. That's This can't be red. It's pink. So this is 5. Pink here. This is 1, 2, and 8. We don't know which. 6, 8 as a pair. This is 6. We have 6, 9. This is high. This is high. So this is 7 or 8. This cannot be high then because we have 4 highs in column 7. This is 5. 5 to add up to 19. 5, 6, 8. It cannot be 5, 7, 7. So this is 8. This is 7. This is 6 and is high. This can't be 6 or 8. It's 7. Where is the other 6 or 8 in column 3? It cannot be here, so it must be here. And it cannot be 6, 7 here, because that would require 6 there. So this has to be 8, 7, and 4, which means that's a low. 4 eliminates 4 and 3 as a possibility here, so this is 5, 6 as a pair, which eliminates 5, 6 in the rest in this cage here, so it's 4, 7, 8, which eliminates 7 here, so this is 1, 2, and is low, which is next to 2 highs, which must be next to a low. So this is 7 here, this is 9 here, there's no 9 there. This can't be 7, it's 1, 2, or 3, and is low. We have a 1, 2, 3 triplet, which eliminates 1, 2, 3 in the rest of row 6. This can't be 5, so 4 can't be either of these, whereas 4 in row 6, it must be here. So this is 4, which eliminates 4 here. This then cannot be 7, 8, can't be 5. It could be 6, 7, or 8, 9. We're not sure which. This can't be, none of these can be 7, though. So that eliminates 6, 7. So this must be 8, 9 as a pair, which eliminates 8 and 9 in the rest of the row. This can't be 8. This is 7. This can't be 9. It's 6, which must be next to 1. So this is 1, which makes this 2, which makes that 1. 2 eliminates 1, and 2 eliminates here. So this is 3. This can't be 1 or 3. It's 2. 8 eliminates 8 here, so it's 6 and 8. This can't be 1 or 2, so it's 3, which means this can't be 3 here. That's 1, 2 as a pair. 7 eliminates 7 here, so it's 8. That 6 eliminates 6 here, so it's 9. 8 eliminates 8 here, so it's 7 and 8. This is 8 or 9 here. 4 cannot be in this cell here, so where is the 4 in this right central box? It must be in the cage, and it must be here. So this is 4. If we have 4 and 8 here, that would require this to be 7, but we have a 7 in the box, so this cannot be 8. It's 4 and 9. This is 6 to add up to 19. That makes this 8. This cannot be 8, so this must be low and is 1 or 2. These are both high then, and this must be low. So no 7 here. This must be 7, and this must be 8. 6 eliminates 6 here, so it's 5 and 6. 3 eliminates 3 here. Remaining digit in row 4 is a 5. Remaining digit in row 5 is a 3. Okay. Remaining digit in column 3 is a 3. So we're left with 1, 2, 7, 9 again, remaining in row 1. No 7 or 9 here, so this is low. This cannot be 7 here. But this is guaranteed to be a 1 low and 1 high here. So that means we would have 4 lows already accounted for in row 1. This cannot be low. This must be high, which makes that a 9. So this cannot be 9 here. This can't be 7 because of 7 in the column. So this is 1 or 2, which forces this to be 7 and high. This is low. These are low, and this must be high. And it must be a 9. So this is 9. This is 3. Actually, we don't know if that's... cannot be 3, because one of these two is a 3. So this must be 1 or 2. And this must be a 3 here. So we have 3 lows, 4 lows are accounted for in row 3, and we have 4 highs, so this is 5. That leaves this as a 6, and this is 1 or 2. Okay. This cannot be 3 next to a 7, so this has to be 3 here. This is 6, which must be next to a 1. That leaves this as 2, which makes that 1. 2 eliminates 2 here, so it's 1 and 2, which eliminates 2 here, so it's 1 and 2. That eliminates 1 here, so it's 2 and 1, which eliminates 1 here, so it's 2 and 1. This one eliminates 1 here, so it's 2. This can't be 1, so that's 2, which makes that 1. And that's the solution. Yeah. Would I classify this as very easy? I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Execution isn't that hard. Huh. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's definitely between very easy and easy. Is it hard enough where I would classify it as easy level versus very easy? I don't know. It was pretty straightforward. It took a decent amount of time, though. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I would classify this as. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.